Hi, and welcome back on Take a Look. Remember those glorious days when $1 could buy you a burger? Yeah, me neither. But it wasn't that long ago that fast food was synonymous with cheap eats. Those days, my friends, are going the way of the McDLT. Inflation, that sneaky devil, has been quietly driving up prices everywhere, and the fast food industry is feeling the heat, like a tray of chicken nuggets left under a heat lamp for too long. We're talking about those iconic chains we know and love, or at least tolerate: McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. The gang's all here. And they're all facing the same problem: how to keep their prices low when everything else is getting more expensive. Spoiler alert, it's not going so well. Remember, this isn't just about the price of a burger going up a few cents. We're talking about significant increases across the board, from your morning coffee to your late-night cravings. Those dollar menus, more like the "we're hoping you don't notice the price increase" menus. And it's not just happening in big cities, it's hitting small towns and rural communities just as hard. Let's take a closer look at McDonald's, shall we? As the reigning king of burgers, they're a good indicator of the challenges facing the entire industry. And boy, are they feeling the squeeze. One major factor: the rising minimum wage. Now, before you start yelling about how everyone deserves a living wage, which they absolutely do, let's look at this from a business perspective. When labor costs go up, something's gotta give. And that something is often the price of a Big Mac. California, always a trendsetter, has been steadily increasing its minimum wage in recent years. And guess what? Fast food prices in the Golden State have risen faster than the national average. Coincidence? I think not. Of course, McDonald's isn't alone in this. Every fast food chain that relies on minimum wage workers is feeling the pressure. And as more states and cities follow California's lead, the problem is only going to get worse. But hey, it's not just about paying employees a living wage. Again, a good thing. The cost of everything has skyrocketed, and I'm not just talking about your rent or that avocado toast you love so much. I'm talking about the basic ingredients that make up your favorite fast food meals. Beef prices, up. Chicken prices, up, up, up. Even the humble potato, the backbone of the French fry, is feeling the inflationary pressure. Add in increased transportation costs, thanks global supply chain issues, and you've got a recipe for a price hike. Remember those chicken sandwich wars a few years back? Yeah, those were fun, weren't they? But behind the scenes, those juicy chicken patties were getting more expensive by the day, and guess who ends up paying for it? That's right, you, the hungry consumer. So the next time you're staring down a menu board with prices that seem higher than you remember, take a moment to appreciate the complex economic forces at play. It's not just corporate greed, though that's certainly a factor in some cases. It's a perfect storm of rising costs, from the farm to your greasy paper tray. Here's a fun little trick fast food chains are using to combat rising costs: shrinkflation. It's a sneaky one, but you've probably noticed it. That burger you love, it might look a little smaller than you remember, and those fries, they seem to be disappearing faster than usual. Shrinkflation is the practice of reducing the size of a product while keeping the price the same or even raising it. It's a way for companies to maintain their profit margins without blatantly jacking up prices. But let's be real, it's basically just a price increase in disguise. Remember the Whopper Jr.? It used to be a decent-sized burger for a smaller appetite. Now, it's practically a slider. And don't even get me started on the McChicken. I swear it used to be the size of my head. Now it's like a chicken nugget on a bun. The problem with shrinkflation is that it's deceptive. It preys on our expectations. We see a familiar product at a familiar price and we assume it's the same as always. But then we take a bite and something feels off. We feel cheated, and rightfully so. Section $5 menu, more like $5 menu. Consumers feel the pinch. Let's talk about you, the hungry consumer caught in this inflationary food fight. Remember those heady days of the dollar menu? The dollar menu, once a beacon of affordability, has become a casualty of the inflation war. Those items that used to cost $1, they're now pushing $2, $3, even $4. Prices for combo meals have skyrocketed too. So, what's a hungry, budget-conscious person to do? Embrace the art of the strategic fast food order, hunting for coupons and discounts. Section 6, From Farm to Fryer: Inflation's Ripple Effect on Agriculture. Now, you might be thinking, John, this is depressing. I just wanted to enjoy my greasy burger in peace, and I hear you. But this issue goes way beyond your growling stomach. It's about the entire agricultural system that puts food on our fast food tables. Remember those rising ingredient costs we talked about earlier? Well, those have a ripple effect throughout the entire supply chain. Farmers are getting squeezed by higher costs for fertilizer, feed, and fuel, and those costs get passed down the line from the processors to the distributors to, you guessed it, the fast food chains. And here's the kicker. Farmers are often locked into contracts with large corporations, meaning they have little control over the prices they receive for their products. So, when costs go up, they're often left holding the bag, of potatoes in this case. This situation is unsustainable. We can't expect farmers to keep producing food at a loss. And if farmers go out of business, guess what? No more burgers, fries, or chicken nuggets for anyone. The nutritional fallout of cheap eats. Let's talk about the McRib in the drive-thru. Fast food is a nutritional minefield. As prices rise, the cheapest options become less healthy. When money's tight, people choose affordable options. Often that means supersized, calorie-dense foods. Double cheeseburgers, extra-large fries, sugary drinks, delicious but harmful to our health. Unhealthy diets lead to obesity, heart disease, diabetes, and certain cancers. These issues burden our healthcare system, costing billions each year. While we joke about shrinking burgers, this issue has serious public health implications. When healthy food is a luxury, the most vulnerable suffer the most. Section 8. Can fast food outrun inflation? Adapting to survive. So, can fast food survive this inflationary pressure cooker? The short answer is maybe. But it's going to take some serious adaptation. One option is to fully embrace technology. We're already seeing this with the rise of mobile ordering and self-service kiosks. These technologies can help reduce labor costs and streamline operations, which could help offset some of the rising costs of ingredients and other expenses. Another option is to focus on menu innovation. This could mean introducing new, more affordable menu items or finding creative ways to use less expensive ingredients. Remember the McPlant? That was McDonald's attempt to appeal to the growing number of plant-based eaters. While it wasn't exactly a runaway success, it shows that fast food chains are at least thinking about ways to adapt to changing consumer preferences. Ultimately, the fast food industry is going to have to find a way to balance its need for profitability with its responsibility to provide affordable, accessible food to the masses. It's a tall order, but one that's essential for the future of the industry. Section 9. The future of the dollar menu. Will value meals disappear? Let's be real, folks. The dollar menu as we knew it, it's gone. It's pushing up daisies. It's joined the choir invisible. In short, it's dead. But that doesn't mean the concept of value is dead. It just means fast food chains are going to have to get more creative. We're already seeing this with the rise of bundled deals and limited time offers. Remember those 2 for $6 deals? Or the free fries with a drink promotions? Those are all ways for fast food chains to lure in budget-conscious customers without completely sacrificing their profit margins. The key here is going to be finding the right balance between value and quality. Customers are savvier than ever, and they can spot a cheap knockoff a mile away. If fast food chains want to keep their customers coming back for more, they're going to have to offer real value, not just the illusion of it. Section 10. Beyond the burger, inflation's broader economic impact. Now, before you go rushing out to stock your bunker with freeze-dried McRibs, please don't do that. It's important to remember that this isn't just about fast food. This is about the broader economic reality we're all living in. Inflation is hitting everyone hard, from the working class to the middle class and beyond. It's eating away at our savings, making it harder to afford basic necessities, and generally making life more stressful for everyone. And here's the thing, the fast food industry is just one small piece of a much larger puzzle. We're seeing the same inflationary pressures in every sector of the economy, from housing and healthcare to education and transportation. So, while it's tempting to focus on the plight of the humble burger, it's important to remember that this is part of a much larger systemic issue. Addressing inflation is going to require a multifaceted approach, one that addresses everything from supply chain disruptions to corporate greed to the very nature of our economic system itself. Section 11. Fast food at a crossroads, a recipe for change or collapse. So, there you have it, folks. The fast food industry is at a crossroads. Rising costs, shrinking portions, and increasingly dissatisfied customers have created a perfect storm of challenges for these culinary giants. The big question is, can they adapt? Can they find a way to navigate this inflationary minefield and come out the other side stronger? Or are we witnessing the slow-motion collapse of an industry that was once synonymous with American culture? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the fast food industry can't keep doing business as usual. Something's gotta give. Whether that means embracing technology, rethinking their menus, or fundamentally changing their business model, one thing's for certain, the future of fast food is anything but certain. That's it for now. Feel free to leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video from Take a Look.